Hi, this is Tony Papajohn from MoneyMindWorks.com. When you set out to make your fortune every day, do you expect to actually make your fortune, or do you expect to repeat the failures and the frustrations, perhaps, of the past? I was visiting with a buddy of mine this weekend, and he told me, he repeated to me this line from a movie, and he could not remember exactly what movie this was from. It had to do with the dinosaurs or something like that, but he couldn't remember what movie this was from. If you remember this, send me an email, tony@moneymindworks.com. I'd like to know what movie this was from. Anyway, the line from the movie is this. One of the characters says, "I'm out searching for the next ex-Mrs. Smith." And I thought, what an expectation! I'm out looking for the next ex-Mrs. Smith. So in other words, I've been divorced a time or two, or how many times I'm assuming, and he realizes that the next Mrs. Smith is going to someday be an ex-Mrs. Smith. So this is hardly an expectation that will generate success and good feelings and good vibes. Can we agree on this? That answer would be yes. And so I got to thinking, well, isn't it about the same thing as somebody who has had a long history of frustration and, yes, perhaps of failure in one business enterprise after another? And is it possible that this person might go forth looking for the next incident of frustration and disappointment and, yes, perhaps failure? Oh my goodness gracious, why bother to do it in the first place? But that's what makes us human beings the weird, wild, and wonderful creatures that we are. We can do things, put in time and energy, and work diligently with the full expectation that we're going to have yet another experience of frustration and disappointment and, yes, failure. How do we do this? Who knows? Anyway, if perhaps you see yourself in some of the words that I've just mentioned, my brother or sister in the extended family of wealth seekers, let me give you a very simple way to change what it is that you do. No, it's not got to do with working harder. It doesn't have to do with talking the positive thinking to yourself, repeating affirmations, good and useful things as those may be. Yes, good and useful things. But let me help you build a new familiar. See, we human beings retreat into the realm of whatever is familiar, which is the undercurrent, which is the foundation of the line that says, well, I'm out searching for the next ex-Mrs. Smith. In other words, I've done this so many times it's familiar. Yeah, maybe it stinks, maybe it's lousy, but I've done it so many times it's familiar, I know how to do it, so that's what I'm going to do. Not a good thing when it comes to marriages or making money. Can we agree on this? And that answer is yes. So here's how to make a new familiar. A new sense that when you're out searching for your next success, when you're out searching for your next bundle of money, it seems like it's something that's familiar. So, very simple thing. Take a deep breath. That's right. Elevate your gaze as if looking at an imaginary point just above a distant horizon. That's right. Very easily done. And as you activate your imagination, let your mind make a picture for you of what the most wonderful success would be if indeed you could achieve this most wonderful success. Let your mind make this picture bright and in clear detail. Let your mind fill this picture with just the most wonderful color. See how bright that color can be in your mind's eye? It's a wonderful thing to see, is it not? Let your mind make the picture bigger, as if you moved from the front row of a movie theater, rather from the back row of a movie theater up to the front row of a movie theater. That's right. See a big picture and set that picture in motion. Your imagination can do this very easily. We make mental movies all the time. Many people say it's good to make mental movies of things that are good that we want to have in our life, and it's very easy. The mind does this quite naturally. And trust your mind as you let your imagination add sound to this picture that you set in motion, and you make a movie. And then feel the feelings of success as you see yourself doing wonderful things in this movie. And then perhaps, I'm wondering if you can see this movie as if through your own eyes. If you haven't already seen this movie as if through your own eyes, change your point of view so that you see the pictures of this movie as if through your own eyes, as if you're watching your hands in front of you and your feet beneath you, and you're watching all the people. If there are people in your success movie, see this as if it's happening in real time, and sense the sensations of this movie. So perhaps you can feel your hand on a desk, or if you're, say, at a beach, you can feel the breeze on your face. You can sense the sensations of whatever it is that you're experiencing in this movie. And as you think the thoughts of success and feel the feelings of success, perhaps it dawns on you that, yeah, this feels pretty good. And the more that you do this, and the more that you let this movie help you feel good about yourself, all you're doing is build a new familiar. And as this happens, when you go out to seek your fortune, now you are going out to find a new fortune, to find a new experience that is now all of a sudden, perhaps strangely, familiar, because you've practiced it in your mind's eye, in the theater of your mind, a time or two or three, and you've imbued it with emotional voltage, and that's why it becomes familiar. So don't go out looking for the next ex-Mrs. Smith, the next failure experience that perhaps has been like so many others in your past. Build a new familiar. Trust your mind as you see a picture of success and make a mental movie that becomes familiar in a certain way that allows you to make all the money that you want, and then some after that. My name is Tony Papajohn. I have a free 9-part video series that will help you empower your mind for more success and more money at moneymindworks.com. You can visit my blog also at yourmoneymindworks.com. I have a listing of free teleseminars there for you. In the meantime, see a picture of success, set it in motion, and I don't know what's happened in the past, but I know that good things will happen in your future, and that means you will make a lot of money.